Shit. Welcome to Puro Pinche Sports. Damn, I heard myself right there. I am Jose Garza. I am along here with Trigger Cherry Parker, humble hater James, who is very excited as a Cowboy fan right now, and the professor, Alex De La Cruz. Gentlemen, for the first time, and I can say this for a true fact, all four of our teams won this past week.
Score, baby. Score.
Did I want my team to win? Absolutely not. But we won. So
Steffi was out there showing his ass.
Not everybody in this panel's team won, but the four
shots fired. The shots fired. Put the gun down, Alex. Put the gun down.
Sir, what are we talking about here? Are you okay? Explain.
No, I'm just saying.
He's talking about everybody's.
He's saying everybody in our group.
Oh, I don't care about them. I'm talking about us four. I'm talking about us four. Yeah, I'm talking about us four.
The people who panel.
Yeah, the panel that showed up to this episode. Yeah, that's who I'm talking about.
We should see if we all get dubs as a panel. Like that'd be pretty cool.
That'd be crazy.
Nah, I'm okay with 4 out of 5. The other team has been very successful the last couple of years. They could take a few else.
Yes, please and thank you.
It just sucks, bro. Like to do everything right and make a crazy play, bro, and then you call back because you don't know how to fucking line up, bro. You've been playing football since you was Pee-wee. Every time.
What's ironic is he's the one that actually scored it, got all hyped, started dancing this and the other, and then he's the. You know what it makes me think of is when Jerry Jeudy caught that touchdown on the side, started dancing, and then they're like, "Yeah, you didn't have both feet," and it's like, "You look like a fucking moron."
Like,
good job.
Bro, Jerry Jeudy, year 5, year 6, whatever you're in right now, you still don't know how to plant both your feet in bounds.
Let's move on from that part because I don't even want to get fucking started.
I just want to say it because Cortland Sutton has been showing how to do that shit for the last couple of weeks. And Cortland Sutton's supposed to be the wide receiver too.
If I talk shit about any one player, I swear it's Cortland Sutton. But he has been fucking balling this season.
Dog, killing it.
Pro Bowl receiver, bro.
Game this year.
He is a Pro Bowl receiver. He has single-handedly been the best receiver on that team. Like, bro, I give him to him.
Well, even like last night watching that game, that touchdown to win it for the Giants. What's his face? I don't even remember his damn name. He toe tapped on the sideline the exact same way that Jerry Jeudy should have. I'm like, this dude is a no-name, probably a rookie or young receiver.
Chef's kiss.
And you're going to tell me that Jerry Jeudy, with all his potential, can't even fucking toe tap. Are you kidding me? And this dude did? I'm like, come on, bro. Get the fuck out of here. That shit pissed me straight off.
Yeah, I told you. Trade him. Bust, all that shit.
We should have traded him when he was high.
The thing is, to circle back to, like, the Chiefs game, like, because I read some of y'all chat. Y'all was going crazy.
I didn't read half of that. That was too much.
But my thing, like, it's just little stuff. It's why I was getting mad during Dallas game. Because it's little stuff. Like, Dak stands in the pocket. He's patient. He finally realizes, okay, I got to get something positive. He gets like 5 or 6 yards. Just easy yards. Terrence Steele. Tyler Smith. Come on, I'm like, bro, like, y'all got to get this shit together. Like, we cannot go into the playoffs and lose games off of penalty yards like that. It's just, you can't put Aubrey in a position to think he's going to make a 59 or 60-yard field goal every single fucking time. It's not going to work that way.
To explain what on the thread why I got upset with Marco on that part, and I'll tell everybody right now, me and Marco had a debate because he thinks it's the GM Brett Veach's fault for how the Chiefs roster is currently constructed. But I'm saying, no, it's the leadership of Mahomes and Reed because, one, you had the same roster last year and you won. You won with the toughest strength of schedule matchup. You won 14 games, right? But I'm mistaken, not 13, 14. And you went on to win the Super Bowl. So this same team you have next year, my big key thing that you lost, it's not the wide receiver one because, no offense, Juju's not that great and all. It's you losing Eric Bieniemy. me, you, James, and Alex, we all talked about it last week. How I felt about it. That was my big thing, that he was throwing the shots at Veach, but I'm like, no, dude, it's the guys on the field, because he's supposed to put the team together. Y'all supposed to bring out their excellence. That was my biggest beef. Was like, come on, man. We know it's right now. It's coaching. No one's being tough on these fuckers, because they're the ones taking advantage of the fact, like we said before. You have Mahomes like, oh, we're gonna be okay. No, you gotta do your part too. Like, Mahomes can only do so much. So that was the gist of it.
Yeah, but it just. I mean, like, I would echo the same thing, because it literally is. This is just like, there's like, I can't force you to go out there and go do a line check. Like, that's something you should already know. You've been in the league today, so you can't make that mistake. Like,
the only shit defense that you could have for Kadarius Toney is that he did like 5 times in the game, and they didn't tell him shit once before that.
Yeah.
Even then, though, bro, like, just because you fuck up once and you get away with it doesn't mean keep fucking up until you get caught.
But he's just like, bro, it sucks for him, because it just seems like every big play, every key moment, he's getting called. It's like some players don't even get that second chance or opportunity, and you're getting it, and you're just like,
you're on the championship team. You're the wide receiver one on the championship team.
Yep. Throwing it down the fucking drain, bro. Stupid.
So that was my thing. I don't know how much we really want to talk about it. I mean, that's more for Marco's offense, because we could all rag on it, how we feel about it and all that shit. And we've kind of talked about it all last week. What I was going to say was we can definitely talk about, well, I guess we can talk about the other debate we were really going on. Or we could do the last week's draft, so we're supposed to do. What do you want to do? What are we feeling right now?
I don't know. But I just got an alert that it's kind of wild. It says the Jets have told Zach Wilson he'll be traded after the season.
What?
Swear. Wilson. What? Now, it's not official, but that's the rumor. The former second-round pick met with Robert Saleh, and they agreed on mutual parting following his original benching. So how do you bench him, pull him back in, bench him again, and now he's getting, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Bro, that's
just the nature of the league, bro. Like, he needs to go somewhere else.
What's the source, Trey? What's the source?
It's a ML football.
I'm gonna wait till you get a report or
I'm not fully believing in it, but I'm just saying that's if that's true, that's kind of insane. I'm just saying.
I think Anthony Davis died already. By the way,
he's not gonna. Where else can he really go and thrive?
That's my question. Who really needs a quarterback right now? Besides
Arlington Renegades. Ever heard about
that? That's crazy.
I mean, we saw before we started, Marco was texting me about how the reports about Belichick and Patriots are parting ways too. Yeah. I'm like, I've heard those rumors almost all year long. I'm just like, I'm waiting for an actual like legit shit, and until it happens, then I'll react. Until then, there's nothing to react to.
And what's funny, the fact that they announced that after the win, like, I know they said that the decision was made since the London game, but still, why would that leak after a win? Come on now, stupid.
No.
It's just the nature of the sports business, bro.
All right, so let's go with the debate from a few nights ago. So it's once again me and Alex. We have a feeling about Justin Herbert. We disagree on it. So
why are you doing my boy Justin like that, man?
Well, because I think you have felt the same way at times too. So it's okay, and it's a recurring thing, and we're gonna have another thing that was a year-long debate from last year too. So I mean, we're just rehashing old shit for fun, for good shits and giggles, James. So we'll start with the Justin Herbert part. So as many of y'all know, Justin Herbert went out early, not early, like what, towards the end of the second quarter.
I think it was like in the second, beginning of third, something like that.
Yeah, towards the bottom of the second quarter, and he went down. He's done for the season, sadly. This year, quarterbacks just dying left and right, sadly.
Dude, bad.
The elites. And
even if I don't think he's a top 10 quarterback this right now, right? Coming off week 13 and shit like that, or week 14. Sorry, I don't want to see him hurt. Right? That's not how you want to see competition. Like, you want the best out there. But I was saying in our text threads that when it was more because we were reacting to what Alex said last week, where he felt that Trevor Lawrence wasn't a top 10 guy, and I was like, and we were texting about that, and I was like, prior to today's game, which I think at the time was Sunday's game, right? I was like, you're right. Right, the way he's playing right now, yeah, he's out my top 10. But before that, I would have had him in my top 10. And then Alex, you explain, because I can keep talking.
So the question was, I never said. I just asked the question if he was playing like a top 10, and then you said prior to this game, you said no, and I said, oh, you said yes, and I said really, and so I was telling you guys like
Yes.
I've been watching that dude play like it's weird, like we all got that red zone, right?
Yeah.
But like
Mhm.
I actually like watch in dive like how he like throws the ball. I noticed like early on in the Kansas City game in the beginning of the year, he was like overthrowing wide open touchdowns, and I kind of thought he probably had like an injury, but like towards, I guess, as the year went on, I was like, dude, he's doing the same mistakes over and over.
Mhm.
And
This is
and I
Trevor,
was
right?
kind of noticing too, like
Trevor Lawrence, yes.
whenever he
Yeah.
had pressure in his face, he would always fall back and throw it off his back foot. And then that's when I also told you guys, like in college, he was known for like his accuracy for the deep ball, and this year just hasn't been there. And that's why I asked, like, has he been playing like top 10 material all year long? And then also he's been having like the turnover issue. And the ratio's not that good. I think at one point he was 12. It was 12-7. I think 12 TDs to 7 touchdowns. I mean, 12 TDs to 7 interceptions. And that's why I asked. I'm like, that's kind of weird. And then probably before Justin Herbert got hurt, he had 11 touchdowns to 1 interception. That's why at the beginning of the year, I think we did who's our early what's it called, MVP candidates. I put him there. He fucked up his finger. He still played.
Yep.
And then he fucked it up even more. Now he's down for the year.
Well, he fucked up a different hand, to be fair. Like before, he
Oh,
broke his non-throwing hand, and
Yeah.
then this time now it's his right index finger.
It's because he landed on it.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, well, he has been playing like even though he's had injuries, his receiver core kind of like fucked him up this year. He's still been. I feel like he's still. What else do you want him to do? You know what I mean? And the same could be said to like Patrick Mahomes, where you guys say, well, Patrick Mahomes is still like a top 10 QB. And I'm like, okay, that's fair enough because who he is. But if you look at it, like, bro, they're putting up the same stats if you want to talk about stats. So that's why I asked that question.
So, Alex, I think I want to like go back to like what we've talked about in like the midnight, episodes and stuff like that. That if you go up to the game with Detroit, I would have had Justin Herbert in my top 10. I think I said that in one of the episodes too. Like he was in my top 10. But the same way we did power rankings last week, I am also evaluating how he does the following weeks after that. Right. So I'm not, up to week 10. I'm with you. But how has he been these last 4 games? Could you really say he was playing at a top 10 pace? Did that devalue his stuff? Right. Like I wouldn't say he was like top 5 for me or anything like that in the week 10, stuff like that. Well, for me was these last 4 games have been bad, right? And even before he went down, he wasn't playing good against Denver. Now, yes, Denver's defense has stepped up in the last like 7-8 weeks, but in these last 4 games that we see Justin Herbert, he had not been playing good. And I agreed with you. Remember that, Alex? I agree with you. He has to do so much on offense just to keep up to make with the other teams, just so he can have a chance to even win. But if you look at the last 4 weeks, the defense stepped up big. They held Green Bay to 23 points. Okay, now Justin and the offense can't get past that. You lose. They hold Baltimore for majority of the game, mind you. Remember, because they make a last-minute touchdown at the end, they hold them to 13. So but again, Herbert and the offense can't get it and go and win. So and then against the Patriots, shut them out, 0 points. 6 points. That's all you're able to, bring up against the sad, lonely Patriots. And then in this game, obviously the O-line freaking can't block shit, and pass, pick six, all the good shit, and a QBR rating of 1.5 before you go down. So I'm meshing up those 4 games after the 10, good, great, level stuff that kept them in my top 10. Those really brought him down. That's why I have him out going, after this week. And it's not just the injury. It's just that he, for me right now, is out because these last 4 have been one of his worst ever.
That's true. I would just I don't know. He's still in my top 10.
So how?
Hold on, let James respond first, and then me and you. Let James and Trade respond, and then we and you can go again.
Like I said, I just feel like he's in my top 10, but I just think he's in a shitty situation. Like Staley's trash, bro. Like I don't. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. Like the team's not responding, like offensively, defensively. I'm not sure they got the right coordinators over there. Like, because for me, Kellen Moore wasn't shit. He was just predictable.
Yeah.
In our division, he wasn't a bad offensive coordinator. He was just too predictable. Like teams already knew what we were doing. Like they knew how to get to Dak. They knew how to scheme. So with just all the talent that they have on paper and what they put, like the product they actually put on the field, it just sucks for him. What they got to notice is their offensive line is that great. Like honestly, Herbert doesn't. He's beginning to have to like use his legs a lot more than I've seen before, and just too, like I said, I just always bring it back to coaching. I just think it's not good. It's not a good fit. So that's my opinion on that.
Trey, how do you feel?
I mean, I kind of agree. And I know a lot of people hate Moore. I think he is a decent, caller. If you look at Herbert's stats, though, like he put up some decent stats this year, bro. Like legitimately. So yeah, it sucks to see him go because you would love to see where he did finish, right? Or overall for the year. I wouldn't say he's. I would say he's still in my top 10. I wouldn't say he's out of it, honestly. As far as Trevor Lawrence deal, like I don't know what's going on with that man. He's got so many weapons around him, dude. And I get he was hurt for a little bit and so on and so forth, but like I just don't understand. I don't know if he feels pressured or if he feels like he has to play better than he is. But I don't know, bro. Like I expected him to get blown out this past week, and I expected him not to do shit. And he put up decent numbers, but
he came to play.
Yeah, man, I don't get how you have that much around you and just do nothing, bro.
Well, if you also look for the Lawrence part, because I know I didn't really talk about him. When you look at that, the thing too is Doug Peterson moved the play calling to his OC, right? Because last year he was a play caller, and you saw how they strived the second half of the season. They went to the playoffs and shit like that. Well, this year he gave it to his OC, and Calvin really wasn't doing great. I think that's one of the big things too, that he wasn't running great. Trevor wasn't passing great either. I can admit to that. That's completely true. I think the reason that I had Trevor even in the top 10, like even 10-ish, 9-ish, whatever or even 11, was because after he got his cheeks clapped by the San Francisco 49ers.
Whoa.
Hey, he spread them out for Halloween. They took all the fucking candy.
Calm down, sir. First off, real quick, why does James' computer screen keep moving?
He's on the StreamYard app on his phone, on his tablet.
No, that's fine. It's confusing, bro. I didn't know.
I told Jose last week. I was like, bro, what's going on? Like,
okay, I wasn't here last week, bro. Don't continue. I'm sorry, Jose. It just freaked me out because it was like zoomed in on James, and I was like, I'm talking, bro. Like,
dude, that's how it was for us last week. He was just like,
I got my own camera.
I'm sorry. It just tripped me out for a second there.
But Trevor wasn't passing great either. But the 3 weeks after the Niners game, he had put up the same touchdown numbers that he had done all season long, right? In just those 3 weeks. So he was making a resurgence back. The team was getting more to Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley's actually catching the ball. He was actually running his routes. Same thing as Jerry Jeudy. He was not putting his fucking toes in the fucking field where he needed them. Now he was. So the team was evolving, right? Travis Etienne all year long, you can give him credit. He's been balling out all year. That's kind of where they've been winning games, is more on the run game. And Christian Kirk, right? Christian Kirk is actually doing really well before he got hurt. And sadly, he's probably out for the season. But that's why Trevor Lawrence had snuck back into the conversation. But as soon as we saw his last game, he throws 3 fucking picks, reliving the wild card game against the Chargers. I was like, you're not coming back from it this time, bro. I'm sorry. You're not even in my top 10. So that's why I said, I responded to Alex, prior to today, I would have had him in the conversation. But right now, I cannot defend Trevor Lawrence for shit. But it's the same thing for Justin Herbert. Like I said, the last 4 games hurt my view of Justin Herbert. Remember, because I think I'm the more harsher one, obviously, on Justin Herbert.
Yes,
but this year, I haven't even been that hard on him.
You're the harsher one on general, bro. You're just mean person.
You know what? You're the mean one, Mr. Grinch. But go ahead, Alex.
So, like, I was gonna say, yeah, the past 4 games have been pretty rough. But like, I was sitting the third. I just watch it a different way. Like you have Quentin Johnson open down the sideline to win you a game, and I guarantee it. That's like I don't know if I'm not mistaken, like 60-yard, 50-yard touchdown, right? Maybe
it would have been like 58, something like that.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like dude, I can't, even bro. I like Keenan Allen, and I could say, like, man, that's why I said Justin Herbert could easily have 5 more touchdowns. But I get it. We don't play the what if game on here, like, but still, like,
I mean,
bro,
we
you
do.
get in the end zone.
We it a little bit, but yeah,
you know what I mean. That's why I'm like, dude, and I get it though. Like, his stats have not been good, but I take away a few of those plays from each game, and you'll see a touchdown or 2.
That's the crazy part, though. His stats have actually been pretty fucking good, though. Like,
and that's what I mean. Like,
so
and then we were also right, because we've been harsh on fucking the Chargers defense, where Justin Herbert has to fucking score 28 points just to win a game. And what do you know? The fucking defense steps up and half the fucking team goes down. And then also, it hurts a quarterback when you don't have a good running game. I'm not trying to like justify.
Okay, so
Eckler, Kelly, and them have been bad. Yes, I could.
Well, and that's what I was gonna say. To back Alex up in that aspect, dude. If you look at the running back core itself, has just been terrible. But look at Eckler. Eckler's that dude. Everybody knows Eckler's that dude, right? Always goes first round in fantasy. Always is that dog. How many passes has he dropped this year in the play?
Crucial situations, yeah.
Brutal. I'm talking about, and like Alex said, okay, Quentin Johnson dropped a 50, 60-yard touchdown to win the game, whatever, okay. If you look at some of those plays, wide open screens to Eckler that are probably easily worth 20, 30, 40 yards, maybe even more. Who knows?
What he specializes at. Mm-hmm.
Drops. I mean, it's
Dude,
so
it's like Derrick Henry last night. Derrick Henry fucking little pitch catch right to the backfield, right over the shoulder. Like,
well, that was on Levis. He threw it behind him too. Like, that was on Levis.
So, yeah, that's the argument I have for, like, to back Alex up. So it's crazy,
but you know what? At the end of the day, Bucky, with both Justin Herbert and Trevor Lawrence, like, I look at them as like gunslinging quarterbacks, bro. Like, they're looking to make that big splash play, but they have all the intangibles to, just control the offense. Yeah. Like, they're those type of players. So my reason for being how Trevor was like, dude, last year that team was like shit. Like, I had no expectations of going anywhere. Yeah. Like, and then out of nowhere, he just come out firing. Boom, boom, boom. Like, that team playoff. They have first. It goes from like, okay, we have a chance to make the playoffs, till we're in the playoffs, till we're up in the playoffs. Like, You know what I mean? So it's like I just figured you build off that momentum, and then you bring in the Calvin Ridley, and it's like you have no reason to have setbacks.
Nope.
Like there's no excuse. So,
None.
but like
I'm not
to
saying that
lose,
Trevor's playing terrible bad, but
yeah.
I'm just thinking I thought he would have taken a leap, but
Oh yeah, that's exactly
but
what I was getting to. I figured the same
yeah,
thing because I feel like after that's the same way I feel about Justin Fields. It's a lot of quarterbacks
yeah,
that I feel like that about. Like you have that you come off a power of a year, like
Yeah.
especially like dude. And I'm hard on black quarterbacks. I'm sorry, like I don't care what America says, how people feel. Like oh, you supposed to be no, because America is already hard on black quarterbacks. Like you already think, like once you get a black quarterback, the first thing you think, oh, he's gonna use his legs all the time. He don't have an arm. He can't stay in the pocket. All this stuff. So I feel like Justin Fields was one of those ones coming out of college. Like, dude, he can be a pocket passer. That's why I'm so happy for CJ Stroud because that is exactly what he's doing. He don't use his legs all the time. It's his
Nope.
arm.
But he
So
can.
I figured like Justin Fields, dude, you're a remarkable athlete. Yes, use your legs. But dude, learn how to read the defense. Like really, like sit somewhere with a Peyton Manning, sit down with a Tom Brady, like dog, hold it in. Like, get
But see,
ready. Like, want to be that guy, bro. The
yeah,
future is yours. Like, Lamar's already set that
and that's what I
you
was
know, it
just about
was
to say.
Cam, it was Lamar, now it's you, bro. Take
Well,
over.
actually, I'm not gonna lie though. Like, I'm very, very, very happy with Lamar this year because
Yes.
he has progressed so much in the past couple of years. Now,
You
mind you,
can
he's
see
always been
it.
that dude, but like to the point where he is waiting. Oh shit! Okay, nobody's open. Let's use now. His first couple of years, it was
Hilarious.
like one step back, nobody's open, run. It's like, dude,
Yeah.
take your time, let it progress,
Yes.
then make a
And
move.
you can see
I'm
it.
like,
You can
yeah,
you can tell like he's really
exactly.
like waiting till the pocket truly collapses,
Yeah.
and then he's like,
So
all right,
I've been a big fan of Lamar this year with what he's done for sure.
So I wanna give you my guys' current top 10, and if you guys feel like there's someone that shouldn't be there, then okay, I'll listen. Obviously, but this is like just my power ranking right now. Just so like we're saying right now, as of this week, this is where they are. If you disagree, cool. This is mine. The same thing how we did power rankings like last week. So, oh my God, Trey, shut up. So I have Dak,
that's
Purdy,
what I'm talking about.
Hurts. They're not in order, by the way. But yes,
Oh,
but
I
okay,
got kind of excited. I was
okay.
like, okay,
Let me
he's been
clarify
balling.
because I did say this in a text thread. I don't know if you saw it. Dak is my favorite for MVP. So Dak, Purdy, Hurts,
I
Tua,
don't have a hat, sir. There you
Mahomes, Stroud, Lamar, Goff, Allen, and Stafford. So that's who I have
go.
overall.
Okay, can you do that like 5 and 5 so I can like my brain
Okay.
the first 5?
Dang, that was cool. You were doing that, and it says Z. That's fucking badass. That shit had me going,
Okay.
bro. I was like, what is
Okay.
James about to do?
So the first 5, again, not in order. Dak, Purdy, Hurts, Tua, Mahomes.
I'm okay
Okay.
with all of it.
Okay.
Okay.
Stroud, Lamar, Goff, Josh Allen, and Matthew Stafford.
I feel like you got to put Lamar in the top 5.
Again, this is not in order.
True.
So I mean, it doesn't matter like what this list is. Like,
Okay.
this is just
Gotcha.
the people in my 10.
Yes.
Do you think you can make it? Like, do your top 10 right now, legitimately, so we can, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
So
and it doesn't have to be
So-
perfect. Like,
So,
if you,
but while I do it, y'all can make an argument of who you don't like in there and you want to replace Herbert with and stuff like that if you want to. Go ahead.
I honestly wouldn't take nobody out. I think.
So
Well,
one name I would put out there is I was a big fan of Jared Goff coming
Yeah.
into the season, and I don't know, man. Like I said, man, he's a divisional foe, and like I see him play obviously a lot, and I don't know, man. I don't know what
that's
it
what
is
I
with
was
that
thinking
team
about
right
right
now.
now too.
so who would you swap with him, Alex?
Obviously going forward for another QB that I think that might go into the top 10 is maybe Josh Allen because he could have a little bit of a run towards the end of the with the last 4 stretch, and I think right now Detroit is trending downwards, and
But I'm saying,
that's why
so
I
who would you swap if you wanted to kick
that,
Goff out? Who would you swap with that?
and I said Josh Allen. I don't know if he had
Oh, I'm
Josh
sorry.
Allen.
Yeah, he had him in his mix. That's why I got confused.
Yeah, I have him in there.
You said golf in your top 10?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No. Wait,
No?
Allen. I have him in my top 10. Allen's in my top.
Yes, he has him in his top 10.
Also Jared Goff.
I have him in my top 10.
Yeah.
So yes, Goff has not been performing the greatest the last couple of weeks either, right? Same thing. So really, honestly, after the Detroit Chargers game where they both went off crazy, 41-30, I think was the final score, you really seen both teams be like ass. But Goff has still, in most of those games, still done his part, right? In Chicago, the first matchup, he had to rally back after being down, 13 points? But he got the job done.
Yeah.
And then he put the team early on in good position with the Saints, but the defense let them back in real quick. But they still were able to protect it and win.
So if I had
and then this past game, ass.
Yeah. If I had to at least say somebody to replace Jared Goff.
And you're saying as of right now, correct?
Yeah.
This is as of right now, as of week 14. Yes, this is
if I had to replace Jared Goff with somebody who's been
you need to put Herbert in there. Sorry, James, go ahead.
I probably would say Baker Mayfield.
I wouldn't have him in my top. He'd be right on the cusp. He'd be right on the cusp.
He has a chance to win a division only because
I
of his ass.
It's not a good division.
They're literally a minus 500 division. Get the fuck out of here, James.
He looks good.
Jose.
Okay, I would have to have Justin Herbert in there.
Okay, you would have Justin Herbert over Goff, I'm assuming. You're saying who's out? I made my list, by the way.
I'm trying to think. Go ahead. Y'all talk.
Okay, so it's Dak 1, it's Hurts 2, it's Lamar 3, it's Stroud 4, it's Tua 5, it's Mahomes 6, it's Allen 7, it's Purdy 8, Josh Allen, no, not Josh Allen, Goff at 9, and Matthew Stafford at 10. I don't know why I got Allen 12.
I'm not gonna lie, like I'm kind of questioning the Stafford move too, but that's just me.
Stafford again. If I'm going by week,
balling,
I'm going by the my power rankings. How have they done week by week in the last 4 weeks? Even though they lost this past Sunday, Stafford has been balling out when he has his team healthy with Kyron Williams, with Cooper Kupp.
You're right. He has been doing really well. He has. I will not deny that.
So again, this is all like latest stuff. Like this latest week have made Herbert and Lawrence out.
I would probably swap Goff and Herbert. And I'm right there with Alex too, because I had Goff really, really high, coming into the season. And it hurts to say, but Goff is still right there on the cusp. But I would probably put Herbert in there. We've talked about it. His stats are there.
Yeah.
The big plays are there. The missed opportunities, unfortunately, are there.
Mm-hmm.
I think that other than that, it's not a bad list at all. I think that one swap would be what I would do, but that's about it.
Yes.
Jose.
Go ahead, Alex.
So you have I'm not doing one right now off the dome because I'm in the middle of something, but
Podcast?
No. I'm on my phone. I'm on my phone.
In the middle of something.
You're cheating on me?
Man.
You slut.
So but
I'm making
I wouldn't. I don't know. I wouldn't know if I would put Hurts in my top 5 this year, even though I had him as a second quarterback this year. Here's why: because
go ahead,
dude. He's. I think he's been as much as we give Dak a lot of shit for turnovers. Last year, Jalen Hurts is in that same realm this year.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's why
you might as well take Josh Allen right to the curb, bro.
No, but like, look, I didn't.
Well, he said top 5. He said top 5. He said out of top 5.
Sure. Sorry.
So, and same thing could be with Patrick Mahomes of not having him in my top. I know I might get a lot of fucking bash of not having Patrick Mahomes in my top 5.
Good thing Marco's not here.
Because same thing could be said with him was the turnover issues, right? I think he's been one of the. I mean, granted, right? The receivers are not helping him, but yeah, as much like I said, it's going back to last year. As much as we give shit to Dak Prescott, But I was one too that said, well, you could still blame the fucking receivers for that. That's why Dak was in was in my top 5 last year, right? But he was also top 10. I'm not saying Patrick Mahomes is not the greatest, but as far as rankings right now, Dak Prescott is probably the best quarterback in the league right now.
And that's why he's my MVP favorite. So I want to give you quick stats just to like maybe see if it convinces you that I'm still good on my side. Like honestly, I'm okay with y'all disagreeing, but I still feel like this is still good on my list. So
Yeah.
for this is between Herbert, Lawrence, and Goff. Okay, this is the 3 that I'm putting out there because this is I've added Goff because this is a guy y'all all say he should probably be out, especially with latest performances. I would say, right?
Yeah.
So in passing yards, Herbert is 11th, Lawrence is 9th, and Goff is 6th. Okay.
Yeah.
Touchdowns. Herbert is tied for 9th with 2 other players. So there's 3-way tie there.
Yeah.
Lawrence is 16th. We've talked about that issue. The passing touchdowns have been very low for him. And Goff is 8th. And of course, Herbert sadly will not be able to increase his position any higher. QBR, this is where you guys can go on great defense for Herbert. He's 5th. Lawrence is 9th, and Goff is 14th. So basically, his plays, his stuff is, creation of turnovers or touchdowns, his accuracy, all that stuff, that's all within the QBR.
Yeah.
Now, passer rating, that's the big one because passer rating is where it's doing every fucking play. It's making sure that did you throw it right? Were you right in your position? Was it the other player that messed up and shit like that? So it calculates all that shit. Herbert is 14th, Lawrence is 15th, and Goff is 9th. So for the most part, on QBR, for the most part, because he's not a turnover machine this year. Herbert's been great. He's up there. He's top 5. But when it comes to the passer rating, where he's throwing it accurately, and the route running and everything else that it's included with it, he's in the middle of the pack at 14. So that's a slight thing on those things. But that's all I wanted to bring out for y'all. You can discuss it however you want. We're really 37 minutes on this shit.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, I don't think there's much to discuss. I mean, I think when you look at the totality of it, like injuries happened, players happened, strength of schedule happens, all that happens.
Bad drafts happen. I could agree with that. Bad first round picks happen. Yes.
All that happens, bro. Like, but at the end of the day, we're talking about the same old Chargers. It's like the instant replay of like, oh, let's just copy and paste what we did last year. Let's either start slow, finish strong, or start fast and cool off. Like, they're never complete. Some player always get hurt, whether it was either Austin Eckler, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams. One of those guys are always going down. So they're never. And then on defense, you got the same thing. Bosa gets hurt, or Derwin gets hurt, or Kenneth Murray gets hurt. Like, it's never complete. It's like you can never just like the offense can't stay healthy, the defense can't stay healthy. They can't come together and make a run. It's the same thing. So like, it kind of sucks to never see the full potential of what they really could be. So hopefully, this Brandon Staley's last year. Hopefully, it's whoever does their injuries. That guy. Hopefully, it's his last year. Hopefully, they can bring in a fresh GM and shake some shit up over there. Ship some players out. Ship some players in. Sometimes you just need a new look.
I wouldn't even mind if Justin were to leave the Chargers, honestly.
Well, he resigned, so he's not going to.
No, I'm just saying, like in general, because you saw what Phillip Rivers just ended up going to the conference championship, maybe like a couple of times in his whole career, and they had the staff. I mean, they had like a good team around them,
Gates.
Phillip always had a good team. Like, he just couldn't get up. He couldn't get over that Patriots bug shit. Like,
or Big Ben. Big Ben was also that way.
One or the other. Yeah, it was the AFC East was full of some dogs. So
yeah,
you had the Colts, you had the Patriots, you had the Steelers, Broncos. Like, shit, it was tough.
All right. So are we good on this? I mean, obviously we'll agree to disagree, but I mean,
Yeah.
this for the most part is how everyone feels about it. So
Yeah.
y'all will
Just
all
about.
have Herbert in your top 10. I don't know if it's 10 or where y'all have it. I just have him out. I would say right now he'd be 11 for me, but that's just how I feel.
Yeah,
But
rightfully so.
I don't think my top 10 list is so egregious.
No, hell no, it's not bad. It's not
No.
bad at all.
Now we did have an egregious list last year after week 13. About a year from today, we had we had a debate, and it's still going on to this day, that Lamar Jackson was not a top 10 QB last year. Oh, did I cut out? I cut out, right? That's what I'm assuming.
Just slightly.
Okay, the debate was that again, we're still a year later. Lamar is not a top 10 QB last year. So, Trey, go ahead. Why was this brought up again? Why can't we just bury it after the NFL players, PFF, everyone else, and their mother all say he's a top 10? Why are you still on that he wasn't last year?
I mean, you just read your top 10 list from the same week. So we just brought up stats, sir. I just presented stats.
I think what Trey was trying to like get on the thread was saying, like, you know how you said Justin Herbert was only going to play 12 games, right? I think that same year, if I'm not mistaken, how many games did Lamar
So
play?
for the PPS crew, live people, what's up, dog? Y'all just heard Jose's top 10 list, and Herbert was not on it, correct, Amundo? Okay, cool.
And I explained why. At least I gave an explanation why.
For those people, Herbert this year, 12 games played, 3,038 yards passing with a percentage of 65.6%, 20 touchdowns, 6 interceptions with a rating of 95.1. He also had 228 rushing yards, 3 rushing touchdowns, and he did have a fumble. I wanted to throw a little bit of negative in there to implement that. So let's go back to 2022, last year. Mr. Lamar Jackson, who was in Jose's top 10, 12 games, same games played. He had 2,242 yards passing, so about close to 800 under. He had a 62.3% completion rate, so that was about 3.3% less. He had 17 touchdowns, so 3 less. He had 7 interceptions, so 1 more. He had a rating of 91.1, so 4 points less. He did have a lot of more rushing yards, about 530, give or take, 40 maybe. And then he had the same amount of rushing touchdowns and 1 more fumble. So I just found it hilarious that one gentleman was not in the top 10 this year, but another gentleman was in the top 10 last year. Didn't make sense to me. They both went down with injury. Yes, I understand Jose's point of the playoff contention. I get that concept. We're also talking about a player in general. You have to think about stats. You have to think about what he is. So those are his stats. And go from there. That's why I stated that. Now, my argument last year was that he did not finish the season, ergo he could not be in the top 10. Now, I get y'all's point. I understand what y'all are saying. Obviously, I have him in my top 10 this year, and I said that at the beginning of the season. But my point being, last year, he only played a certain amount of games because he went down with injury, right? And my argument to that is, if you have others that are above him, now, mind you, again, I will stay into to this day, the being at the 21 or whatever at the beginning of the season was obviously not realistic. I was being a hater and being stupid. He was probably about 15-ish, but let's be realistic, okay? Last year, he also did not have any weapons, which point proven with the stats did not produce. Compared to this year, he does have weapons, and I'm sure I don't even know what are his stats this year. Let me see, because I'm legit curious about this actually now.
Well, hold on before you go on that, because he's
No. You're gonna let me finish my argument, and then y'all can rebuttal.
I wish you had at least the stats up already before you keep going.
Well, I wasn't going to use it until just now, and I started thinking about it.
Okay, so Lamar has 2,934 yards.
2,900, so 700 more yards, which, I mean, I guess they're game over, right? Because technically they're –
It's a game more. It's a game more, yes. It's a game more, yes. It's a game more.
700 more yards in one game. Hold on. Let me pull my photo back up, please. Compared to last year's stats.
You gotta wait for him, bro.
Again, I have him in my top 10. Everybody calm down. He's actually in my top 5. Let's be realistic. Okay, so how many yards again, James? I'm sorry.
29-34.
So roughly 700. Continue.
Completion percentage is 66.8.
So 4 point something extra. Continue.
16 touchdowns.
Here's one less. Okay.
6 interceptions.
One less. That's good.
QBR is 59.8.
That's terrible. Continue.
Passer
QBR
rating
is harsher than passer rating, to be fair.
Yeah, 97. The passer rating is 97.7.
That's really good. Wow.
That's up. Yeah.
Wait, like 6% over? Wow.
Yeah, I don't have the rushes and stuff like that though.
Okay.
That's fine.
His rush. I think he beats Fields by like 100 or so yards.
And Van Fields missed 4 games. Remember, we have to clarify that because then Alex will get mad because.
So that's my point. Now, again, I get it. I'm the black sheep. Sorry, James. I'm the redheaded stepchild. I am whatever you want to call it, and that's fine. I stick by my truth being the fact that I don't think he is top 10 from last year. Now, again, my comparison and my argument is, for example, and I get it. It's screwed. There's so many what ifs and this, that, and the others. I get it. But for example, and this is just a broad example, would you have Cooper Kupp in your top 10 this year? And again, I get it's different positions. I'm just saying as an argument. No. Why? Because he's been injured. Now, when he's playing, he's okay, but he's still not producing.
Hold on. Again,
it's
a tough comparison. The wide receivers are wider spectrum.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just spitballing and being stupid. Like I'm just saying. Like
Okay.
that's why my argument was for that. Like,
so first, hey, what's up, Diggs? Welcome back. I believe you've been here before. What's up, man? Hope you're doing good. I want to ask you a question since you wanted to pull up stats right now. Who are your top 10 last year? And I don't mean by the TikTok story that I put up today. Who was your top 10 last year?
oh, good God, I barely remember what I did.
No. Y'all asked me to sort my things. So I can ask you your top 10 last year.
I don't remember mine from last year.
Okay, fine. Let me ask you this then.
That's what I'm saying. You asked me this. This is about the same as yours last year. I don't fucking know.
Okay. Was Mahomes top 10?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Justin Herbert top 10 last year?
Probably.
Okay.
Well, I honestly can't remember. Probably though. Continue.
Okay. And we're getting to just regular season, right? Because I don't think.
Are you gonna read off the NFL top 100?
Hold on. No. I'm not doing that. Was Tom Brady a top 10 player last year?
No, I think he was right outside the top 10. I think. Okay. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I think he was right outside the top 10.
Okay, so he's not top 10. Okay. Was Kirk Cousins a top 10 player last year?
Yes.
Okay. Joe Burrow?
When did he go down with injury? See, that's what I'm saying. I can't remember.
Last year he didn't.
Then yes, probably.
Okay.
Normally I have to go out Shiesty high.
Did you have Jared Goff in?
Yes. Jared Goff was a fucking dog last year.
Josh Allen?
Yes.
Gino?
Yes.
Trevor Lawrence?
Probably.
Jalen Hurts?
Yes.
Aaron Rodgers?
I did it there. Sure.
Not a damn thing.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I got trades right here.
Not the list from the Week 13 thing. I'm talking about in general completing the season, right?
This is 2023. This is Trey's top 10 QB ranking for 2023.
Is that coming into this year? Is that coming into this year? That's coming into this year. Okay. That's his projections. Okay.
I want to say Aaron Rodgers was no.
Okay, so that's 9 people. Was Tua top 10? Concussion.
Yeah. Man.
Did he missed like 2 games, right?
No, he missed like 5.
He missed quite a bit. He missed the same as Lamar, actually. I think around.
He missed 4. Lamar missed 5. Sorry.
Yeah. So they're right around Lamar.
Okay, so okay. What about Dak? Was Dak a top 10 player last year?
No, I don't believe so.
You don't believe so? Okay, because here's the thing. When we did the Week 13 thing,
I don't remember, bro.
Okay, no, well, you just saw the video. So the Week 13 thing was you had Mahomes, Hurts, Allen, Burrow, Tua, Prescott at 6, Gino, Fields, Herbert, and Rodgers. That was your week 13 list, okay, right? So that's why I was asking what's your final one, because that was your week 13 list.
I don't probably, it probably changed a little bit.
So then would Dak had stayed continue on following the rest of the year because he was in your top 6?
Probably. That's what I'm saying. I can't remember what he did last year. I remember he did all right stats wise. Dak always does really good. Obviously, this year he's hot.
Well, okay, so at week 13, you felt like he was 6.
Yeah.
So unless he did something drastic, I don't think you would have left him off top 10, right?
Probably not. Yeah, you're probably correct.
Okay. Did you know that Dak and Lamar played the same amount of games last year?
There you go. You're welcome.
But he's in your top 10. He's in your top 10.
You're welcome.
Okay.
And if you put their total yards together, if you put the total yards together, they're even. So over 3,000 yards.
So wait.
Go ahead, Alex. Go ahead, Alex.
So that means if we're gonna do, because this is an argument I always get when I say total yards, because everybody wants to put total yards to Lamar, right? Because of the rushing.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I would add it with Fields too, but when you sent that thing a few weeks ago, you didn't put Trevor's total yards. So I didn't think that was fair.
No, well, Trevor's was only like 4 or something. Whenever I think I did say it. His rushing yards.
That list you put up didn't have it. That's why I'm saying that thing you put up was misconstrued as fuck. But continue.
But yeah, I'm just trying to stick up for Justin Fields because a lot of people would say wait,
is this a Justin Fields topic?
No, I'm just saying because
can we stick to the regular topic before we go on to someone else?
Because y'all just brought that up, and I'm like, bro, it's fucking interesting.
Okay, then we can bring it up on a Justin Fields topic. This is not a Justin Fields topic right now, but come on now. I'm trying to make a point here. Okay, so you have Dak in your top 10, and he played the same amount of games as Lamar. Oh, didn't Dak, even though he missed 5 games, lead in interceptions?
Okay, but you have Allen in yours, and he leads interceptions this year.
Oh, no, I'm not saying he's not, but I'm saying his play, right? His play, right? He has twice as more interceptions than Lamar. Okay, you wanted to bring up QBRs and all this stuff with that.
No.
Who was it? No, it wasn't
naming all the stats. That's what I said.
Okay.
So beginning.
So QBR. So QBR, because we said Lamar's QBR for this year. Lamar's last year was 61.1 to Dak's 59.9. Okay. So no bueno. Passer rating, they're both 91.1. So they're equal there.
Okay.
So realistically, same amount of games, same amount of total yards. One had more. Dak did win the touchdown ratio by 3, but he also had 8 more interceptions. So overall, and I'm going to ask each of y'all, I'll start with Trey, who would you rather have last year, Dak or Lamar? Trey?
Go ahead. How you feel, buddy? I'll let somebody else answer that first.
No, I want you to go ahead.
I think I remember where I put Dak. I think I put him at 10 last year.
We all had him in 10.
See, that's what I was going to say. I would probably have him lows. Like low 10, like close to 10, if not 10.
And Lamar, and I for sure had Lamar in I think I had him in 6 if I'm not mistaken. But that's the same thing how I'm saying how going back to the Justin Herbert thing too, because Trey said the same I think that's why this was brought up, because you didn't have Herbert in your top 10, because that's why this is being brought up.
But he wasn't down because of injury for me, Alex. That's what my main point. It had nothing to do with the injury. It's his last 4 weeks. That's why I had to make that clear. His last 4 weeks of play is what made me have him out. I mean, honestly, his last 3 before that alone might have gotten me out, and that's what edged me with Stafford, because Stafford had 3 straight good games, and Herbert had 3 straight bad ones. So again, it wasn't to really knock Herbert as far as anything like that. And he's not out because of the injury. He's just out because of how he was performing lead before that. That's it. It has nothing to do with the injury part.
Essentially, he's going to, if you're going off yards and stats, he's eventually going to get out of the top 10 in every stat, because there's going to be other quarterbacks.
Well, he's only in categories right now that I listed earlier. In QBR and touchdowns, he's in top 10. Everything else, he's outside of it right now. So yes, he'll go down and all that. The same way Lamar did last year. But again, how he left off the field the last 4 games for me is why he's out. It has nothing to do with the injury. Alex, again, by week 10 this year, even though he had lost and put up 38 points against the Lions, I had him in my top 10. We had the discussion that I agreed with you that he has to carry the entire fucking load for the defense, Staley, and everything else that is wrong with the Chargers organization.
Yeah.
But the last 4 weeks, he had not. The defense stepped up. Staley with that defense had stepped up, or only for the defense. Staley does nothing else other than that. But Herbert had not shown up his part, and that's it. It had nothing to do with the injury. My thing with the Lamar thing last year is if we're gonna knock stuff about injuries as a reason why we're not gonna keep him out, then Dak missed the 5 games in the beginning of the season. Freaking what else? Tua was concussed out of the fucking almost out of the league. He missed 4, and he was arguably in Trey's top 10 right now when I was asking him. And of course, Hurts missed a few games because he had shoulder issues and whatnot. So that's my thing. Again, Lamar's thing for me is not the injuries, nor is Herbert. It's what they did prior to them knocking out. And did anyone else step up to take their spot? For me, Lamar, no. For Trey, he was never in there. Obviously, now better weapons. All his stats are increasing a lot better now because he has a Zay, Odell, and previously before he got knocked out, a healthy Mark Andrews, and a good run game with Gus Edwards. And it was looking perfect. But now, again, it has nothing to do with the injuries.
So I guess this is always going to be an ongoing thing.
No,
No, I'm just saying this argument's never going to be settled, and that's fine.
That's the funniest part, right? It's all opinion based, right? We all have our opinion.
Obviously it is.
Same concept what we just talked about. We would all put Herbert in. You don't. Okay, it's not the end of the world. You have your reasoning for it, but if you do the stats, and that's why I even text Alex on the slide. I said, "Watch this," because I was gonna bring it up and fuck with everybody and start it all up again.
You do this,
I know it's funny,
but
that's why I brought it back up because you didn't have him in your top 10.
But does my explanation make more sense that it's just not the injury, right? Well, I can't read that shit, bro. It's glaring as fuck.
Damn it! There it goes. It says watch this, and then it says laugh my ass off, and that's what we did. I literally texted him. I said watch this,
but
because that was when you said your list.
But is that why y'all thought I kept Herbert out? Was the injury?
No,
I knew that wasn't the case. I knew his numbers were going down as soon as.
But Alex, you remember me saying in the midnight episodes, he was top 10 for me. He was performing really well.
And in I know he was playing really well, and then he got injured, just like the other quarterbacks in this league got injured.
Well, no, he was top 10 even with the injury. Remember, because he's had that broken finger, stab wound, whatever, for like the last 6 weeks. So or like 7 weeks. He's had that for almost half the entire season.
A month. I think it was like a month.
I think it was before the Detroit game, because if we're talking about month, we're talking about Detroit game.
But I think this conversation is basically over. I think we're not giving James the love that he deserves, because his team got one of the biggest wins this season, and they erased some ghosts.
So we'll go into it right now. So our good friend Marco is like, I like the title of the pod. And he also asked, who's the NFL MVP leader right now? I answered mine. And then right now, while we were having a discussion, got to take into account shitty coaching, to be honest. Marco, I don't know if you're here for the entire conversation as to why it's just not the coaching for me. I'm not going to regurgitate what I said in the last hour. I think we've done enough of that. But James, congratulations on your Cowboys taking over the NFC East. They are now 10-3. They put the whooping on the Philadelphia Eagles, 33-13 at home. How are you feeling right now with your MVP candidate, who should be the front runner, Dak Prescott, and the whole team? How are you feeling about them right now?
I'm excited. We beat 2 very impressive teams convincingly. So I'm just worried about this stretch end. We got Miami, we got the Bills, we got the Lions, all who've been kind of taking some ugly L's. The Bills squeezed out one. So, which I figured they should have lost on, but hey, the Chiefs did whatever they did. I just like to see us continue to roll. You know what I mean? Like the offense looks good. We just got to control the penalties. Defense is playing lights out. You know what I mean? We're flying around. We're stopping the run. We create turnovers. So, to be honest, like I'm a happy fan, man. It's a good time. Like usually around this time we're winning, and then we start just like
James,
playing horrible.
James,
So.
you should tell people that you're actually feeling sick, which is why you don't sound as enthusiastic as you should.
No, man, they should be able to hear it. They should be able to hear it. I sound like shit. So no, but yeah, for real, like I'm very fucking excited. Like this is because like this is the time of the year where Steve A is just like, just wait on it, just wait on it. You know what I mean? So we're actually shifting, and I just hope we continue to do so. Like I don't care if we. Of course, I would love for us to win the division, but I really don't care about that. For me, it's getting to the playoffs, going beyond the wild card, taking on the divisional, at least getting to the NFC title game. That's where I see us. If we can't get there, everything else is for naught. So that's kind of my expectations.
Marco's got a
I'm
comment.
not just happy winning the wild card and then going to lose in the next round. Like I want us to like win, put up a fight, and then leave it where it's at.
Marco has a comment. He says, "We know what happens when Cowboy fans get excited. Just kidding. Weather should be great for that Bills game. I think y'all take that W. You sure that's not a hidden agenda, Marco? No, I'm just kidding. Toughest test, maybe Miami, but their defense looks suspect yesterday. Their defense has kind of been suspect all year, sadly.
Yeah, definitely questionable.
And really, without Tyreek on the field, that offense is suspect as fuck. Sadly,
man, that is really the game that I do worry about. I think this next game will be. I hope we don't overlook the Bills thinking about the speed of Miami. Like I really don't. I really hope we don't do that because if Josh Allen gets hot, man, like.
Well, first off, if y'all don't play to y'all's potential in general for anybody,
yeah.
Honestly, that's why I'm very happy the way like Stephon Gilmore was a dog.
Shut down AJ.
Bruh.
Dog.
I was loving that shit, bro. That battle right there was amazing.
If you think about it, if they would have let up some of those plays, the momentum could have easily switched.
Yeah.
So that's what's crazy about going back to the fucking Dolphins Titans game.
Yeah.
Look at the momentum. The momentum switched like that.
Instantly.
The Titans came back on it.
Dude. Okay.
That's crazy.
I know we're talking about Dallas, but can we give Levis some credit, bro?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Buddy balled in a 2-minute drill, bro.
Yes, bro. They literally.
God.
Yeah.
So
I didn't mean to bring it up, but that's
accurate, bro.
The potential of a swing is just so quick in professional sports that you can have the hottest team, which is Dallas right now, just instantly lose. And I hope they don't, because I actually want Dallas to do good this year, but instantly flip if they give somebody momentum. In the story.
Yeah.
Alex,
crazy.
How you feeling about Dallas?
Bro, I'm glad Dak is finally getting his flowers. I've been saying it since last year. I wish Jeff was on here because I bet you he was one motherfucker that was pissed. Probably the only Cowboys fan that was pissed because how good Dak played, other than the fumble, right? And
which that was crazy. Like right there, that momentum could have flipped quick. Continue.
And they got the ball back and they scored. So like that's So like that's to me that's good coaching because that's one play that could kill a team's momentum and it could go downhill. And that's all by coaching. I know how you said like leadership, and it's kind of odd how Marco said coaching could be a big thing of like MVP, right? It was kind of weird because a lot of people were saying Mike McCarthy is a bad coach, he's a terrible coach, and look what he's done to Dak in that West Coast offense. And I said too, when that West Coast offense you do a lot of slants, a lot of quick routes, it helps Dak with the turnover issue. And people were saying, well, it sucks, like it's 1-2 check downs, and I said it at the beginning of the year. Watch, they're gonna start getting these plays like these deep shots
Yeah.
eventually. You know, you're not gonna see it overnight. And as the season went on, you're starting to see Brandon Cooks flourish now, right?
But it's I ain't gonna lie, it's crazy. I will give Marco his credit. He did say that earlier on, but it's crazy because even watching the game, I think it was because I just saw the snippet with Aaron Rodgers where he was talking about how like Dak is his favorite player. So I went back to watch like the whole episode and kind of just hear him talk, and then to hear like Peyton Manning them talk about it, like it's crazy because like you see how well Dak is taking care of the ball. You see how he's actually better with ball placement. Like you see like him controlling the turnover. You see him controlling the line of scrimmage. It's crazy, bro. Like to like you hear somebody who like knows what they're talking about, and then you can actually see it while you're watching the game. Like it was awesome, bro. And it was like one or two passes I wish he could have got back, bro. Like the CeeDee Lamb catch on the sideline, and then the Brandon Cooks catch could have been a potential pass interference, but he was like focused on like making a play. Like if he would have just fell back, he would have got the PI, would have been on the one. CeeDee Lamb, it hit him in the hands. Like if we could have got that one, but like
what I would say, going back to the Mike McCarthy thing. Fuck Trey.
That wasn't me.
James
that
again. God. What I would say about Mike McCarthy is that look, I know he's validating himself now, but let's be honest, he wasn't doing that the first couple of years with Dallas, and then towards the end of his Green Bay time, he wasn't living to his expectations as the head coach. That's why he did get dismissed, right? Matt LaFleur went on to do 13-3, 13-3, and I think 9-8 with Rodgers. So then Rodgers left and whatever, but he was able to get back to those MVP years. Rodgers was, with McCarthy, the biggest criticism was, can he really develop these young guys? Is his time clock management is still going to be an issue? We saw it the last couple of years. They were bad. We saw how their seasons ended in the playoffs because of clock management issues. So yes, he does fire Kellen Moore, and he goes on and takes over the play calling. We have to remember, first 5 weeks, his play calling, kind of soft, kind of ass, right? They wouldn't let, Dak be the gunslinger he was. There was a lot of talks about him being an interception problem when that's never been the case in Dak's career. It's just one bad year he had, but everyone brought it up. The stuff where his teammates are calling him a bitch on the, during practice and stuff. And yeah, they might be super close friends and stuff like that, but we also don't know how Dak is taking that mentally. Right. So all of that probably got to him early on. And then what happens? Him, Dak, McCarthy, and CD, because CD was frustrated with his play calling as well, the routes that he was being asked to run. They all talk, and the players vent out their frustration. And so McCarthy says, you know what? You're right. Let's do something that will actually benefit all of us, because we are 3-2. We just lost Arizona. We just got crushed by San Francisco. Let's change it up. And since that conversation, we've seen what has happened.
Crazy.
They've only lost one time in that time frame, and that was to the Eagles in Philadelphia. A close game, small mistakes that were fixed for this past week, and that's it. And now we're seeing the best parts of all of those guys together. But it took conversations. It was a slow ass start, 2.5 years to really get to this point where they are right now, because for the longest time we have been saying Dak and his Cowboys team can lead this team to a Super Bowl in some occasions, but do they? Because they have a great O-line, because they do have a great defense, but what's stopping them themselves?
You're missing the secret ingredient. Dak is dating the Latina.
Oh my God!
You feel me?
I agree.
Travis Kelce get the Swifty love. You know what I'm saying? Give my boy Dak some love.
Who's his girl? Who's Dak's girl?
One of them Novella's girls.
Novella's girls.
Okay, well, she's not on Telemundo, so I don't
care. Dak got him one from the cartel, dog.
I love you, baby. I love you, baby. You're Hispanic, you know what I'm saying?
I also wanted to hit on obviously the team that's on the other side of that ball. which is the Eagles. And I've been saying it all year, man. That defense, I don't know, man. It's gonna be suspect for them in the playoffs. Um, I don't know. They got 2 weeks in a row where they get pretty much messed up, and against one of the two best teams in the NFC. Like, but still, like, oh yeah, they're the two toughest teams. But yeah, you have a higher standard because you just came off a Super Bowl run, and
Mhm.
you're expected to be one of the top teams, and of course you're gonna have to play one of them in the playoffs.
But are we? But are we really gonna knock them as saying they're not a top team? Because
Well, hold on.
again, go ahead, Trey.
Well, I was to say not only what Alex is saying, but not only did they lose to these top two NFC teams, they got destroyed by these top two NFC teams.
Yeah.
That's where I'm like, okay,
And-
are they frauds? Because I'm looking right now, 42-19 against San Francisco. Now, San Francisco's explosive, yes. 33-13 against Dallas. That's huge loss.
That's without even scoring an offensive touchdown.
That's
And
huge, bro.
Jalen Hurts was my second quarterback coming into this year, and that would be kind of
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but that's crazy.
So again, I want to reiterate what I said last week. They had to run the toughest gauntlet of any team this year, right?
Mhm.
Again, they had to go on and play what was after they lost to the Jets. They had to play the Dolphins. That was 2-1 lost teams at the time. They kicked their butts. We've seen the Dolphins there. Commanders, they always step up for them. And mind you, this is before the Chase Young trade and the Montez Sweat trade as well. So this is full Commanders defense, not the shit that we've seen after that game. Then they play a tough one against the Cowboys. Gauntlet again. Then they play a championship rematch, a Super Bowl rematch against the Chiefs. Another gauntlet. The Bills, they have to come back a 10-point deficit and win in overtime. Gauntlet. You know what? I'm not giving them the excuses, but here's the thing. Niners and Cowboys come off a 10-day rest. They both had Thursday night football games prior to the games to the Eagles. So they have more rest time. They're not running gauntlets like the Eagles were. And we knew that they would lose some of these games in the gauntlet. But the fact was that a lot of people, including Alex, which I keep saying, because he had them 5-5 starting the season, and now they've gone 10-3 total, where they started 9-1, but now they're 10-3. Like, yeah, it sucks. They've been asked the last 2 weeks. I think we could all agree about that. I don't think they're frauds because who are the teams they beat? Cowboys are one of them. If Cowboys frauds, no, they're not. Are the Chiefs frauds? When you ever have Patrick Mahomes there and Andy Reid, they're not frauds. Do you have the Bills there? Well, the Bills in Zen Alex's top 10 still before even last week's game. So then they're not frauds. So they had to go through all those same teams. And so are we really going to shit so much and call them frauds just from 2 losses? We've seen what these 2 teams have done offensively to other teams.
Yeah.
This cannot really be that surprising. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm
I'm not gonna call them frauds though. Like,
yeah, this is what I was.
This
is what my take was on it. I don't think I said frauds. I just think that defense is what's going to be concerning.
I questioned it.
Yeah, it's the defense is what's concerning because last year that defensive line made those DBs all pros. I'm not even lying. Like I said it last year too. Like I never thought the only one that I thought was really good was Slay. But other than that, I don't think their DBs were good.
Yeah,
and now this year, no, but like this year, like you have all those big guys in the front, Jalen Carter and all them, but they're not. It's weird because a lot of people would say that D line looks stacked, but it's not the same as last year. You would think that they would have took a level up, but they haven't. I think they took a step down, and it shows in the secondary.
Could this be, and I'm going back to a conversation that we had last week, could this be, because we're talking about the defense, right? Could this be because they lost the defensive coordinator and the guy who took over isn't as good as last year's guy?
Yeah.
Could that be a take? I'm just asking. I mean, if you disagree,
I think that's absolutely a take. I think that's the take that we see with all the players we talked about on the last part.
And also it's because they lost TJ Edwards. TJ Edwards was the dog on that defense. He was the leading tackler on that defense.
But
I mean,
I just look at it. I just look at it as like they're loaded at every single position. Name a position outside of probably safety that they're lacking. Like I don't think they're missing a soul of talent nowhere on this team.
I mean, they traded for Bayer. They've made
That's what
some
I'm saying.
signings.
Outside of strong safety, because Blankenship is like he's covered. Like he's like one of those players you can hide on the field. Like we just need you to like don't fuck up. Like don't come too far down and don't let nothing go over the top of your head, and we're gonna be okay. But like, dude, they got two good quarterbacks, a good slot. They got great middle linebackers, left outside, right outside. The D tackle, we already know what they got over there. The defensive ends, we know what they got. Offense, they got one of the best quarterbacks. They got a shifty running back in Swift. They got one of the best O lines. They got one of the best tight ends. They got two of the best receivers. They got a speedster, Quez Watkins. Bro, they don't lack nothing. They made a hiccup by letting their defensive coordinator go. What did
Gannon is the Cardinals head coach. So I mean,
no
high pay grade. You know,
what
we talking about
like,
Connor
dude,
Johnson?
No, not the coordinator. He used to coach the Lions. He was their defensive
Schwartz?
coordinator last year. Yeah, they let him go, which that's a whole other scheme they're running defensively. And then on the offense, they lost
No,
OC to the Colts.
but Gannon was the last year's Eagles defensive coordinator. Now he's the Arizona head coach.
So what
Jim Schwartz hasn't been there since what was it, like the 21 season? Let me double check.
Last year.
No, he's now with the Browns now.
Yeah. But I'm just like it's when you like we talked about it last week, when you have a scheme, man, and players are comfortable and you get them to do what they're supposed to do.
2020, James. 2020 was the last time he was there.
I mean, bro, like that sucks when you gotta get in the new system and learn that shit. Like, and then like their Super Bowl high, like it's hard to repeat. That's why everybody says that when you get there, it's not easy to go back. I mean, everybody can't be the Chiefs and everybody can't be Tom Brady. So, like,
but I mean, in this gauntlet that the Eagles, like I said, I reiterated,
yeah,
they went through the Cowboys, they went through the Chiefs, they went through the Bills, and they came out on top. Now they're probably exhausted. We expected some losses. Again, that's my main thing. And to go back now, if they win out the rest of the season, right? Let's say both Cowboys and Eagles win out. Strength of schedule actually favors the Eagles, so they'll give them the division.
They wouldn't even win by that. They will win by what they said is Sunday. It's not even going to come down to strength of schedule. It's going to come down to the conference wins or whatever, because I think we lost to the Cardinals and
Eagles,
we lost to them or something like that.
Who else was your other loss? So you'd have 3 conference losses.
Yeah. So it comes down to our conference losses. So that's what hurt us versus them. But bro, I will not call them frauds. They're still top 3 team in the NFC, top 5 team in the league, or top 3 team in the league and shit. I wouldn't even put them that far. Like I think it's San Francisco, us, and them. Like I put us 1A, they're 1B.
NFL.
But that's what he had on the power rankings last year. He had those 3 teams last year. Or just
like that. I will go.
No. Just in the NFC or in the NFL?
The entire league.
I'm going NFL.
You're not gonna have Baltimore up there anywhere?
He had him at 4.
No. I would put Baltimore in my top 5, but I'm saying like
I'm just asking.
team in the league I'm saying the best team in the league right now is in the NFC.
No, I'm between those 3. I was just asking. I didn't know if that's what you were saying was NFC or NFL.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because I feel like the Chiefs have too many miscues. Like, and of course, bro, you cannot like we've said this so many times. Andy Reid, Pat Mahomes, Travis Kelce on the same field, healthy, anything can happen. I just think there are too many. They have too many penalties to beat one of these 3 teams. Like I feel like if the Eagles, once they get their legs back under them, they're going to be steamrolling. Dog, 49ers are playing fucking lights out. Like I don't even want to see the 49ers. Like, bro, that's like who, bro. Like we said on last week's pod, like, bro, one year you get Christian McCaffrey, the next year you get Chase Young. Who the hell keeps trading these guys into the same division? Like, bro, stop it.
That's
like,
same conference.
You got Bosa, Young coming off the edge with Fred Warner and Greenlaw flying side to
Just
side.
stupid.
Dog,
Stupid.
come on, bro. And then offensively, you got one of the best utility weapons in the backfield, one of the
And
best
then
tight
probably one of
ends.
the second best utility weapons in
Bro,
DB.
come on, man. Like they're just loaded. And you just asking Brock Purdy, don't turn the ball over.
Well, I just saw something too that was it was Cam talking about. He talked about
Oh yeah,
Brock
I just looked at it right now. It said they're game
Purdy,
managers.
their game
Ain't
managers.
nobody
That's
worried
literally.
about him, man. He's
He
soft.
said, he goes, "I'm not telling you to go out there and win, just don't lose."
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, bro, they're still producing. Like, it's
Yeah.
not that
And my thing is, bro, he
producing.
was given that same opportunity, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I
That's
love him,
neither
but
here
I
nor
hate
there.
him, bro.
I thought it was funny. I
Like
was
some
like,
of them guys be hating.
oh yeah.
Cam Newton is where I put him under the same umbrella with Brandon Marshall and LaShawn McCoy. Like
And
they
what
love you 1 week and then they hate you
Colin
the next.
Kaepernick,
Like
Colin Kaepernick too always wants his fucking flowers.
I mean, but you had a window. You had a window to be great.
Yep.
You
Bro,
ruined
Shady
it.
McCoy is garbage. Fuck that guy.
Well,
I
he's not.
hate
I
that
was gonna say I don't
motherfucker.
never go that far.
Nah, exactly. I
Don't go
bet.
that far.
Well, he is the
He
rushing leader for the Eagles, but that ain't saying much either. They never had really.
He's got phony rings with other teams.
Yeah,
He's got fake ass
that's
rings
so
with other
stupid.
teams.
Like,
He's got fake
like-
rings with the Chiefs and the Bucks. Like
he puts that in his bio. Like, motherfucker, he's that one kid that
he didn't even play in the Bucks Super Bowl.
Yeah. He's like that one kid in the project, in the group project that didn't do shit but still gets an A.
He just put that name on the paper.
Yep.
Get a nigga his attendance.
Yeah.
I got perfect attendance.
So we feel good there. We good. We good to move on.
Yes, sir.
So all right, cool. Marco had one last word because he's been salty about the Eagles since forever. Word on the street is that they're still looking for AJ Brown.
Wow.
Word on the street is we're still looking for the Chiefs offense. Anywho,
Hell.
still can't score 20 points, Marco. Love you, Marco. But it's true. So
Gosh.
I don't think we'll have enough time for Sally. For the 2018 NFL redraft.
Oh.
Do you want to? Do y'all want to do it? We can do it, but we'll just do the top 16. We won't do the whole thing.
Do you want
to do the whole thing, or do you want to straight?
It's either that, or are we gonna talk about the Karen Mahomes on the sideline?
Do we need to?
I think that says for
we really. I mean, if you want to, we can. I mean, there's really not much to say. We all know he acted out and he apologized for it.
I'll make this short and sweet about the Karen Mahomes thing. I'm very thankful that it happened.
Good memes.
There's so many good memes and GIFs and videos and stuff like that. So thank you for that. That dodgeball one got me today, bro. That shit had me fucking dead. That shit had me so dead. Bro, I said it in the group. When you get a chance, go look at it. That shit was funny.
I'll keep it short too. I just feel like you can't praise the refs when it goes your way, and then the opposite when it goes the other way, bro. Y'all have been
basically what I think we're all gonna say.
Marco, you know it. Y'all have been bailed out time and time again on the biggest
Super Bowl
stages.
Continue.
Like you gotta, bro. You gotta let the chips
Well, to be
fall
fair,
when they
he didn't
fall.
really attack the refs. To be fair, he didn't go the
Marco did it.
He did it, but it's just to be
But there's other people
like you
that
can't
are
be mad.
Chiefs fans.
What he stated was you can't. What he stated was you can't ruin a play like that. That's what he was like.
That's
Basically,
Mahomes said,
in a nutshell,
yeah.
You can't ruin greatness for the fans, and I agree with him. That's what I said too. I was like, "Oh man, you don't call that. Like, let that play happen." That's the same way I felt with the.
I wish someone had rebuttal to Mahomes at the time and said, "That's true. You also can't end it with kneel downs with 1:40 left." You're absolutely right, Patrick. On a Super Bowl game, you're absolutely right. You cannot do that.
So
on a ticky tacky holding call, but okay.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like you gotta let the chips fall where they fall. But my thing is, if I'm Patrick Mahomes, I'm somewhere with my wide receivers. Like, look,
knocking them out.
Enough is enough. Like, if we gonna make a run, you niggas gotta get on the same page as me. Y'all need to go to Travis Kelce School of Route Running.
The tight end university. You want him to go to tight end university?
Yes, bro. They got to, dog.
Oh my god.
But that's how I feel about that little situation.
Yeah, Marco was about to say what I was about to say. He's like, he apologized. Dude was heated. He never talks like that, but he has a responsibility with being the face of the league. That's to be the face of the
Is he
league.
the face of the league?
Yeah.
I would say
Okay.
so.
I mean, who's going to be right now? Zach Wilson? Milf Wilson?
Oh Lord Jesus!
Yeah, no. So I mean, he
Got
is the
that
face of the
dog
league.
in him.
I don't.
Got that dog in him.
It was the worst we've seen Mahomes. Right? He's always been a composed guy. He's never been that kind of guy where he lunges at refs. Like the team have to hold him back with so much anger.
Should have been lunging at Kadarius Toney.
Marco, Dak is one of the most hated players in the league. He ain't one of the faces of the league. He's one of the most hated.
No.
He's one of the most. Yeah, he's one of the most hated guys. He ain't one of the faces.
He's one of the most disrespected. Not hated, disrespected. I don't think nobody hates him.
By his own fans, which is crazy as fuck.
Yeah,
Right?
we are.
His whole
Yeah,
James.
James has apologized for it.
I said my piece, bro. We can go back to like weeks 1, 2, 3, and 4. Because I was shitting on them, but
all right. Well, if we are gonna do a 2018 redraft, and I'll wait till Trey gets back. Again, do you want to do the whole first round, or do you want to do just the first 16?
I think 16 would be fine because I think the whole.
We don't really need to go the later stuff. Yeah. So I'll wait till Trey gets back because I know he didn't want to be. I don't even know if how ready he was. I don't know if he was ready last week. I know he had a jet last week. Quick.
2019, right?
2018.
2018. I'm sorry.
2018. Yes, sir.
Trey, World Corn Smith.
Trey, we are doing the 2018 NFL redraft. Talk to us, buddy. You're muted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want you to go ahead and look up the 2018 draft. Look at all the players that you would have drafted instead of the players that originally were drafted. And we will go do it like an actual draft. I think the order will leave it. Trey can go first. I'll go second. Alex can go third. James will go fourth. And then it's a snake draft. So James, you'll do fourth and fifth and etc. You know how it goes.
This is racist.
How is it racist? You like going last.
Why I gotta be last? I'm just,
Okay, do you want to go first? Do you want to cry about
it? I do not.
I
do not want to go first.
Who chose that?
What? Who chose what?
Who chose 2018? Like, why that specific year? Just curiosity.
Because I think 2018 is one of the best drafts of the players coming out of it. And I think there's a lot of names that went into the later rounds.
Bro, who's in this draft? Are you looking at the draft?
Yeah. No, it's stacked. I'm just asking. I was just curious.
I mean, this one's one of them. We're gonna do plenty other redrafts later on too.
Are we doing? You said we're just doing the first 16.
The first 16 teams. Yes, we're not doing all 32.
Yeah,
man, there's some good players that are gonna be left out.
Oh my god, I can't wait to see.
And I want you to remember, base it also off of the 2018 roster too. That who would it benefit for those guys? Obviously not the 2023 guys. What you crying about?
Because I don't remember that far.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, this is after the Eagles won the Super Bowl against the Patriots. So. So these are players that will make great impacts into the league. Gentlemen, are you ready to rumble?
Let's go.
All right.
So
Trey.
wait, question.
Yes.
I got a dumb question. So I'm picking at number 4, right?
Yes, 4 and 5.
So I'm picking for the Browns.
And the Broncos, yes.
Okay. Trey, don't pick a quarterback.
Oh my God. Okay, so to reiterate, we are doing the 2018 NFL redraft, snake draft style.
This is bullshit.
Oh my God.
I can't believe he was taking. Oh my God, they took Baker Mayfield over Lamar and Josh Allen.
Well, that's what we're gonna say. Sorry, I want you to name the people that was originally drafted. All of us were gonna do it, and then who you're replacing it with.
So with the first pick in the 2018 draft, I'm taking Lamar Jackson over Baker Mayfield. All day, yeah, that's.
Oh god.
I mean, that's easy. I could go another person, but
Yeah,
I'm
we'll save it.
Yeah.
Okay. So originally the Giants selected Saquon Barkley with the number 2 overall pick. I will not be keeping that same pick. I will go on and actually draft with the 2nd overall pick, Josh Allen.
Yeah, that's where it was a one combo. You can't go wrong with either one of them.
Because New York still needs a quarterback to this day, and it's not Tommy DeVito. I'm sorry. Alex, you're up with the Jets pick.
All right, so I'm definitely not fucking picking Sam Darnold's.
Why not, bro? It's a great pick.
But yeah, Saquon is once in a lifetime fucking running back, and he just switches locker rooms now. Now he goes to the Jets instead of the Giants.
Oh my god!
Ooh,
they still have a whole QB.
Who did you pick? He picked Saquon.
Saquon.
It's just hard to remember who they had on their fucking roster. That's what I'm trying to remember.
That's fine. You could just go with what you think they need more. That's fine.
Yeah.
And at 4, I'm going to replace Denzel Ward with Quentin Nelson and give Lamar some protection on that line for the Cleveland Browns.
Wow, I love that. I love
Quentin Nelson.
that.
Hey, Quentin Nelson was a beast in Notre Dame too, man. He was a
dog.
Hell of a guard. He was a
fuck, what am I gonna do for the Broncos, man?
Tank them.
Everything.
Ooh, I wish I had the Broncos pick. Not gonna lie.
Who they picked wasn't bad, to be fair.
I mean, it's not a bad pick. I mean, it's really not.
Can I trade him?
No.
Can I trade him?
Nobody wants to pick for them damn Colts.
And we're obviously picking them off of what they've done since, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
What we know now.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
From the Colts. You know what? With the pick for the Broncos, I'm gonna swap Bradley Chubb and I'm gonna go Derwin James. Give him safety help.
Okay. Best opportunity.
Because I mean, they got Justin Simmons at free safety. You give Derwin right now. They would have
I'm not mad at
2.
that.
Sicko.
Nasty. I like it.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. That would have been a disgusting combo. Because that boy is probably the best safety in the NFL.
Man, I'm not gonna have the Chicago pick.
Oh, you don't. Jay didn't have the Broncos.
Damn it.
Oh god.
All right, since there's one.
Huh?
I mean, at this year the Colts did really need an offensive line. And I'm gonna have to pick Mike
McGlinchey. That's I was gonna say. That's a good one too.
Yeah.
Who?
That's his boy, Mike McGlinchey. He's an offensive tackle for the 49ers.
Okay.
He's one of the dogs they got left.
Yeah, you won't hear much of him because he has another fucking Hall of Famer on the other side.
Yeah, you got that silverback gorilla over there. That goon of Trent Williams.
The gabagool about the gabagool. Okay, so I now have the Bills pick at number 7. Jesus, guys, you don't have to get us copyrighted, okay? Calm down.
Let me turn this shit down.
So the Bills originally had Josh Allen at this pick. Obviously, they're not going to have a QB of the future right here, sadly. Boo freaking who. Won't be a threat to the Patriots. But what they will have is arguably, my opinion, the best nose tackle in the draft, and that was Vita Vea.
He's sickos.
Oh my god. Vita Vaughn.
Okay.
That's nasty,
I
right?
really want to be a dickhead right now and pick somebody for the Bears that I really wouldn't want. Okay, I'll give what I want to give Alex for fun, and then I'll pick my real pick, okay? So the Bears select Mason Rudolph. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Oh
Just
my
kidding.
God.
Calm down. That's my joke. I swear.
Woo!
Okay? That's my joke. I just
Oh
wanted to flip
God,
it.
my
That was
chest.
good, though, right? That would have been
Oh
awesome.
shit.
So the Bears are actually, they originally picked, hold on, let me get back to that page. Sorry, I'm kind of clicking through
Roquan
different
Smith.
shit. They picked Roquan Smith, which I do really like Roquan Smith. It was a great pickup. But I'm going to go on the offensive side, and they need help. I'm going to go Cortland Sutton. That dude's a
Okay.
dog. He's a talented player. Trubisky put
I
up
hate
over
you.
3K yards that year.
That is
He
disgusting.
said, "I hate you."
That
I-
is
I-
disgusting. I hate that for him too so much.
Why?
There was
There's
because it's. Go ahead. I'm afraid. It's gonna
yeah, we're
drop.
not gonna.
It's
You
gonna
know what?
drop.
I think me and you were thinking about it. So okay, I mean Trey, you
There's
got the
another reason I
49ers
was going to
pick.
pick somebody else, but I didn't pick him because of what they already had. So go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No,
Why?
Trey, no, it's because it's a pick we're gonna pick later on for sure.
Oh, okay.
So Trey, you have the pick for the 49ers now.
Yeah, I'm looking right now. I'm trying to look at something.
That was
I hate you.
disgusting. That was disgusting.
Why? I think it's a great pick.
Dude, look at the second round.
Oh, I know.
Yes.
That's why I didn't pick that, though. If it's what I'm thinking you're thinking,
Well, that's not the one I would have gone. There's another position I think that team needed more.
okay.
And,
So
and
the
it will be a
second
value
pick,
now.
I would pick the great Nick Chubb.
For the Niners?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
God,
The reason I didn't
dude.
pick him with that is because they had what's his face, Howard, and he actually did really well.
God. Nick Chubb with fucking bro, they would walk everybody down to the goal line.
So
Thank you.
for the Cardinals, they originally had picked up Josh Rosen, that bust. Originally, and of course later on next year they get Kyler Murray. But what Kyler Murray needs, even to this day, is a strong O line. And there is arguably one of the best centers available right now in this draft
From
that I can go with.
Arkansas.
And I'm gonna go with Frank Ragnow, and that's who I originally was thinking about for the Bears because that's what they've been needing more. So I'm going with Frank Ragnow for the Arizona
I
Cardinals.
love that pick. Damn.
You are letting
I can't
the
believe
guy drop to me.
I mean, I'm sorry, that's who we were thinking about. Okay, I guess we're not, but I think that I thought you were going
So-
for but it's your pick now for the Dolphins.
So I got Miami. I think this is why I wanted the Denver pick because one of the best linebackers was in this draft.
Yes.
And he got picked like. And
Yes.
I would have picked Fred Warner at the Denver pick,
Hmm.
and he fell to 11 to Miami. I mean,
In this case, yeah.
Miami. I don't know if Miami had Baker still. Did they have Baker? This
Miami?
year? No, they didn't. Yeah,
You mean
the
Tua?
linebacker.
Oh,
No,
Baker. Yes,
Jerome
yes.
Baker.
He was there till I think this was final year. Actually, let me double check. I think this was final year.
No, I think he's still on the team.
He's still on the team.
But
Or-
yeah, I would have picked Fred Warner. That would have been.
Oh my God.
Okay, that's a really good pick.
You
I
imagine
thought,
if these people did actually team up, though? That'd be kind of insane.
Alex,
Actually.
I thought you were trying to beef up Chicago's offensive line. That's why I thought you wanted Ragnow. But okay,
I wasn't really mad
that-
with the Bears roll on.
Well, no, but what he picked,
that
but
linebacker
I remember-
would be so
but
fast.
he picked Sutton. That's what I was like.
Yeah, I really wanted Quentin Nelson this draft.
Why are you excited?
Because my next pick
It's
if
not
it-
here yet.
I know once it gets to it is if it stays is kind of disgusting. If you look at the overall, continue.
Well,
It's James' turn
I
with
got
the
Tampa.
yeah.
They drafted Vita, but I also think any DBs very, very bad. So I'm gonna give them Jair Alexander.
You bitch. That's who I was thinking of.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Dude, with the Bills
Yeah.
that year, bro.
Oh,
Look
yeah.
at this is why I was freaking out. Listen to this:
Trey White.
Trey White, Jair Alexander, Micah Hyde, and Jordan Poyer.
Shit.
You ain't throwing on them motherfuckers. You ain't throwing
No
nowhere,
fly
bro.
zone for real. That would be a
Dog,
no fly
okay,
zone. That would be
that
scary.
was the one I was thinking of. Dude, that would have been
That would be so scary.
disgusting.
That
You
would
wouldn't
be
be
very
able
scary.
to put the ball in the air ever. Like, ever. Crazy.
That's scary.
And James, you have the next pick for at the time the Skins.
Dog, and they had Alexander Edmonds and Matt Milano. Disgusting, bro.
They
Oh my
drafted
God.
Deron Payne.
Who the fuck is that?
Dude, I really would like to give them just another.
Because I think in 2018, Kirk was still there. No, he left already. No, he left. Never mind.
I'm gonna give them. I'm gonna give them Calvin Ridley because they need another.
That's a good one.
Threat.
I was
They
looking
need
at
another
him.
threat.
We're really letting some people
I
fall.
got
Huh?
my boys. Let's
Yeah.
go. This game, bro.
It's not even a
Dog.
real game.
Don't worry about it, bro. You stay in your lane, I'll stay in mine.
Oh my god! All right, Alex, for the Saints.
All right,
Ooh, for the
so
Eights.
Jordan
My
Baker
boy
was
Marcus from
drafted in the same
UTSA.
class to Miami, so they would have had Fred Warner and Jordan Baker.
You don't want UTSA's Marcus Davenport?
No, I'm just saying the Miami pick from earlier, because
okay.
Jordan Baker was drafted in the same. Miami picked him too,
Dog.
but who did they draft? Who did Miami draft? I mean,
Marcus Davenport was for the
New
Saints.
Orleans, the DN.
Yeah.
Marcus Davenport. He went to Stevens High School.
Yeah, he's one of our own.
I bet you guys didn't know that.
He's one of our own, papas. He's in Vikings now, right?
Yeah.
There's a really good
he was
offensive tackle, but I don't know if I want him. He's probably going to be Hall of Famer too. But I'm gonna get Mark Andrews.
You bitch.
Where is he?
Second round.
Fourth round?
Also
No. Third round.
You're both wrong.
Damn, he went that far?
Well, he wasn't projected to be that, big. So what he became.
Damn you, Alex, you whore.
And this is still with what's his name? Drew Brees.
Same concept, bro. I was gonna put him on the Bills with Josh Allen, Shady McCoy, Zay Jones, Kelvin Benjamin.
No, sir. You're not gonna put him with Josh Allen. You're gonna put him with Villa.
No.
I just drafted Villa at that spot instead of Josh Allen. Remember? Because Josh Allen, we're doing a redraft. We're doing a redraft.
Touche.
Okay. Raiders. Well, it was around this time, ladies and gentlemen, that the Raiders had originally selected good old Colton Miller.
Who the fuck is that?
Exactly, he's at the league. I don't even know. But there's a guy that we had not drafted that we let fall, and because a good old what's his name? Khalil Mack had already left the team at this point. We're gonna go ahead and replace him with Roquan Smith.
Ooh, nice. That's nice.
There is another name I could have gone, but I think Roquan's better than him, and it's showing right now. He said, "Who?" Well, let Trey make it. Oh, okay. I was gonna say let Trey make his last pick. Now to tell you who it was for the Bills. Trey, you have no Josh Allen.
Shit, there ain't no more quarterbacks. What the fuck you mean, bro? You want me to draft Baker? Hell no, son.
Oh no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying who did they have the year before that? You could either go with Nathan Peterman or Tyrod Taylor.
Baker.
I feel so bad for Tyrod though. So sad, bro. So much potential in getting fucked every year.
I like the original Bills pick at this point, but there is a better name out there.
Yeah, I'm looking because I'm looking for something. I have one in mind, but I'm trying to see if there was a hidden gem somewhere. Because fucking Alex stole my gosh damn Mark Andrews.
I think it was
Who's
great.
gonna throw the ball?
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
Baker.
Touche. No, the backup was
It was Tyrell Taylor or Nathan Peterman.
no, it wasn't.
Yes, that's who was on the team.
Eric Anderson too. Dum dum.
Well, if they don't draft Josh Allen, they're keeping him.
Yeah, no. All right, fuck it. I'm done wasting time. I'm gonna go with just for fun because I do like that pick too.
Who
but
was the original one? Don't forget to say that.
Oh, please, bro, quit yelling at me. Dang, dog.
I had one missed.
Tremaine Edmonds was the original pick. But I'm gonna go for fun because again, I don't mind that pick at all.
Vendorish.
I'm gonna go Orlando Brown.
Good pick.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
That's a good
I like
pick.
that.
No, wait. He hasn't been picked.
No,
Mm-mm.
it was between
Orlando.
him and who was the other one I was looking at? It was because there are some great names we fucking left off this list. It's
Shaq
crazy.
Leonard is one.
Shaq Leonard was really good.
What was the one?
Smith is a
Sam
good
Hubbard.
one.
Sam Hubbard was the one I was looking at just now.
Harold Landry was left out here.
Poor
DJ
Baker.
Moore.
There's some
Trayvon
good-
Edmonds.
there's some
Bradley
good-
Chubb. Bradley Chubb. Oh no, Bradley
no
Chubb
more
was
picks.
left off.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
right,
Mika Fitzpatrick.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
Fitzpatrick.
got
The one I was looking at, that was the other one. Thank you. I was like, where did I find him? But it was Fitzpatrick.
You
All
got
right,
Jesse
so-
Bates.
Did somebody get Darius Leonard?
No.
Nope.
He was on that list.
Yeah,
Darius
Shaq.
Leonard was on.
Yeah. So to
Remember
recap,
Shaq,
In the 2018 NFL redraft, the Browns selected Lamar Jackson, the Giants selected Josh Allen, the Jets selected Saquon Barkley, the Browns picked up Quinn Nelson, the Broncos had picked up Derwin James, the Colts had picked up Mike McGlinchey, the Bills had picked up Vita Vea, the Bears picked up Courtland Sutton, the 49ers picked up Nick Chubb. The Cardinals picked up Frank Regnault. The Dolphins picked up Fred Warner. The Bucks picked up Yair Alexander. The Washington Skins picked up Calvin Ridley. The Saints picked up Mark Andrews. The Raiders picked up Roquan Smith. And the Bills picked up Orlando Brown.
Bro, these teams will be so godly right now.
Could you imagine, bro?
Besides the Bears, thanks, Trey.
Yeah, really, bro. Hey, you said you don't need receivers for.
He's a like,
Dude.
it's not like it's not like it's gonna help him anyways. It's the same
Hold on.
shit like this
Hold
right
on.
now, anyways.
When you
Hey,
pick-
Hey,
when
if
you
y'all
pick
get this-
when you
hey, if y'all get
Hold
this
on. Let
receivers,
me my argument.
hey,
My argument.
y'all fucking balling.
Who's your receivers right now?
wait, that's the
DJ
DJ
Moore,
Moore,
who's having
Okay.
who's having his best
Who else?
career of his life.
Darnell
Oh, best
Mooney.
seasons.
Okay.
Bruce Claypool.
Darnell
No,
Mooney.
Darnell Hooney. Yeah, exactly.
Valius Jones.
So imagine DJ Moore
Don't
and
even-
Cortland Sutton back side to side.
No, I just
Hold on.
no, son. I'm a
You're
Sun
welcome.
fan. Son, I am a big Sun fan.
You're welcome, bro.
I was just
hold
fucking with you, but
hold on. So he had to wait until 5 years after DJ Moore got drafted to get DJ Moore.
Exactly.
So you pick up Sutton instead, right? When you could have had Calvin Ridley, or you could have had DJ Moore now, and you
Touche.
pick Courtland Sutton instead.
Hey, Cortland Sutton's a dog. I'm sorry.
This is like picking
Yeah.
Jerry Jeudy over Justin Jefferson.
Son is a dog.
He
Sutton
is,
is
but he's not better than Moore or Ridley.
You ain't even close to Calvin, really.
I mean, Ridley didn't even play for a year because he gambled. So
Yeah, and if he goes to Chicago and they're winning, he probably doesn't gamble.
touche.
No, he's gonna be affiliated with the drugs over there. He gonna gamble. He gonna gamble in Chicago.
Well, I'm trying to keep this under 2 hours, like I promised Trey. So,
Yeah,
do y'all
you
want to do some blind rankings? I think
I
I want. I think I want to do some blind rankings.
Okay, I'm down.
Okay, cool.
I hate-
It's actually kind of fun. I actually like it.
It's been so much fun.
Yeah,
I
dude,
can't
makes
believe
it-
I forgot Puka, dog. I looked at that
I
when
still
was
can't
like,
believe you
what
forgot
the
Puka.
fuck?
All right.
That
So
was
this is
crazy.
again 1 through 5. Now, it's a blind rankings of the NFL 7 and 6 record teams.
Oh
So
shit!
there's 7 teams right now that have a 7-6 record, but I'm only gonna name 5, and I want you to rank them.
7 and 6.
Yep.
No cheating. Trade off your phone.
I'm not. I'm actually looking at the picks because I know he's going to ask that question too, like he always does. But this week's Thursday matchup sucks dick. Continue.
All right. So
Bitch.
oh man. All right. Once again.
Yeah, Cam, resume it on James and laughing.
Come on, zoom in. Ah, he's got it. All right. Once again, we're doing blind rankings of NFL 7-6 record teams. First up, the Denver Broncos.
2 motherfuckers.
I
just don't-
think
I'm trying to
they're
think-
6. I mean 3.
I'm going 3.
Yeah, I was going to
3.
put him in 3, but for the love of Broncos, I'm going to go 2.
All right.
You know what? I'm going 2. 2.
No. Okay.
Give
So
me 2. Give me 2. Give me
okay,
2.
you
Give
can
me
have
2.
it. You can have it. You can have it. You can have it.
Trying to think who's
The
The
also.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
I'm gonna say 4.
Damn, because I'm trying to think of who else is 7 and 6.
3.
I'm gonna go. Fuck. I'm gonna go 4.
4.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I want to put him at 5, but I think there's gonna be one more worse team.
Alex, what did you pick?
4.
I picked 4.
Okay. And James, you picked 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The Houston Texans.
Okay, with CJ or without CJ? Legitimate question, bro.
With CJ.
With CJ.
God, I feel like this is gonna bite me in the ass because I feel like there's one more team. I'm gonna go 3.
going 4.
I'm gonna go 3. Play it safe.
Wait, I'm gonna go 2.
Okay. And James, what'd you say?
I'm going to go 4.
Okay. All right. Let's see. What was it? The Cincinnati Bengals.
5.
Fuck, I can only go 5 or 1.
Actually, you already picked one.
No, I didn't.
Where's Houston?
No, he didn't.
I picked 3.
Oh, my
Houston's
bad.
3.
My bad. So 1
I'm
or
gonna
5,
pick
Trey?
5.
Dude. Jose, look at me.
I'm not looking at you.
I already know who he's gonna do. We're fucked. I'm fucked
I'm
at
gonna go
1
1.
either way.
I'm gonna go 1. Brown
Yeah.
played decent. They got
Wait,
they got
you're going-
players.
You're going Cincy 1?
Fuck
Okay.
it. Let's go 1.
Well, there's always one of you that has to do it. And the last one, it was Buffalo Bills.
Oh, let's go! I got Buffalo at the 1.
Yeah. I got Buffalo at the 1 too.
Fuck them. They've been playing like shit. They're 5.
They just beat the Chiefs.
Barely, bro. Technically,
Hey, but that's
yeah,
pretty solid.
dog. I got your back.
Barely.
So there was 2 teams that I could have put in there.
I just want to say that's how much they beat them by.
That's true. And win's a win. There's 2 teams, more other teams I could have put in there. I could have either put the Colts or I could have put the Vikings.
I think you did it on purpose, and we're gonna say the Colts until I fucking said mine, you bitch.
No, I always said the Bills. I don't care for the Colts. I definitely do not care for the Vikings.
So blind rankings. I got Bills at 1, Houston at 2, Denver at 3, Cincy at I think was it 4 or 5?
You put Cincy at 5.
Oh no,
5.
Steelers at 4,
Mhm.
and Cincy at 5. Oh, that's pretty good.
I think for the rest of the season that will be arguably the best one. James, do you remember yours?
Nah, I don't. I know I got the Bills at 1. I think I put the
You
Texans
put Broncos
at
at 2.
I put Broncos at 2, Texans at 3.
Nope.
No?
You put Pittsburgh at 3 and Houston at 4.
Okay,
Yeah.
And then Cincy at 5.
Yeah.
And then Trey, do you remember
Shit,
yours?
just read mine off. We'll say.
He had Cincinnati at 1, Denver at 2.
Hey, hold on. Pause real quick. You can't tell me that they haven't been playing nice, though.
This
Just
was
saying.
the Bengals.
The Bengals.
Oh
Just
yeah,
saying.
no, they balling. They balling.
Okay.
Whoever this quarterback is,
Continue.
I don't know where they
Continue.
stole him from.
So Cincy at 1.
So Cincy at 1, Denver at 2, Houston at 3, Pittsburgh at 4, and Buffalo at 5.
I knew I should have put Pittsburgh at fucking 5 too. Gosh damn it. Bullshit.
Well, guys, that's all I have for that. And obviously, Trey brought it up earlier. We do have Thursday night picks that we did forget to do last week, so we can knock it out real quick. This week's Thursday night football game is sadly the Justin Herbert-less Chargers versus the Aiden O'Connell Raiders.
Yeah, it's terrible. First off, I'll say we need to finish this in 30 seconds because you said 155.
I said less than 2 hours, please. So make your
God.
picks.
It's literally like Dumb and Dumber.
Dumber.
Seriously. I'm gonna go Chargers just because of the weapons. I feel like they have a bounce back game.
Alex?
Look, Chargers scored 6 points and the Raiders scored 0. So I'm going to go with the team that scored 6 points. That's not saying much.
I just need a field goal, he says.
Tell me why that was one of the worst
Yeah.
games that I've ever witnessed in my entire fucking life, dude. God.
All right, James?
I'm gonna go with the Raiders, man. There's no Justin Herbert over there.
Ooh, and they're at home.
I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you at all.
Yeah.
That's
Bro,
great.
tell me why on Sunday, though, I was so pissed off every time they swapped back to that game. I was like, why am I watching this game right now, bro? On Red Zone? I was like, please stop showing this shit. It's terrible.
And I got 3-minute window left, so I'm knocking this out the way. And our leader scored for our pick'ems right now. Alex is in last with 118 points. Jeff and Marco are tied for fourth with 120. James and myself are tied for second at 129, and Trace holds a strong lead at 133.
Jose, who'd you pick, Raiders or Chargers? I didn't even hear
Oh,
you.
for me, I will go on and pick the Raiders as well.
So we're split.
Yeah, I think just for the same reasons that James said, and then if it's O'Connell or Jimmy G, they've at least played games more often. Even after Herbert went down, the Chargers didn't do much.
Hey, you want to hear a crazy stat?
Mm.
So obviously everybody knows that I like to gamble a little bit, play a little bit of fun. So it says if you would have put $100 on the Monday Night Football underdog for the past 5 weeks, like rolled it over, so you put 100, take the winnings, put it on that, so on and so forth, you'd have $208,000 on Monday Night Football underdogs with 100 fucking bones. That's insane, right? I just thought that was a crazy stat.
That's fucking crazy. All right, guys. Y'all have anything before we, cut off for the night? Y'all are good to go?
Yes, sir.
The Bears are going to go undefeated and they'll finish the season 9-8 and make the playoffs and play the Detroit Lions in the first round. And Justin Fields is a dog.
Motherfucker, if you win out, you're gonna face the Cowboys in the fucking first round.
Areas. Hey,
Other things can happen.
we'll get to that.
But all right, guys, that's all we
Alex,
have.
I
for
love your
tonight.
confidence, man. I love it.
No, it's just for shits and giggles.
Stand by
I
his
love
team,
it,
dude.
bro.
We need that number one
Yeah.
pick. Panthers get some wins.
Oh, did you see that too? The Bears have the number 1 and the number 5 pick, and they're in the wild card running. That's insane.
I think they fell to
So you're
7
saying
on
there's
their
a
own pick.
chance?
I think they fell to 7 on their second pick.
Did they?
Yeah, because they won. Because they won. Because they won.
Maybe. Still 1-7, and they're in the wild card hunt. That's insane.
I know he.
Bro.
I know he wants Marvin Harrison and Bo Nix.
We're in December,
Yeah,
We're in
I mean,
December.
he's not-
and the Bears still have a chance to make the playoffs.
Bro, there's 30 teams in the NFL that still have a chance. Only 2 teams have been eliminated. So I mean, everyone has a chance.
crazy, dude.
But all right, guys, that's all I have for tonight. I have under 60 seconds to close it out. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Follow us at YouTube, Instagram, TikTok at Puro Pinche Sports, on X at Pinche Sports Pod. For Trigger Trey Parker, for the Professor Alex, for the very happy, humble James. I am Jose Garza.
Wait. Y'all see that one thing?
He's trying to hold out just to make sure I go over. Bitch, we are Puro Pinche Sports, and we are out.
You be the best self-inflicting, you whore.
Oh god.